How you been?
I've been all right. Doing this show so that I can mentally prepare myself to get back into hunting.
Right,
I've been out of hunting and out of the hunting industry for the last 3 to 4 years,
right.
and that's what I'm kinda doing this podcast for, is listen to people's stories and trying to grow my own small business.
I took a break too for about 7 years and came back, and you know what? It gives you some perspective.
It really does.
Mhm. Yeah, it does for sure.
We've talked before
Right?
when I was working at USOC and prior, and when you were working at Ridge Road Outdoors and
Yep.
prior, and now you do Stark Growth, is that correct?
Yeah, I have a couple different companies. Start
Huh.
Growth is my marketing and product development sales company, and then I have Vezzer Care as my line of horse and dog care products, and then I also have Polyforge Industries. It's my technology development where we develop new products, new resin, a new type of gunpowder, some new specialty coatings, and air gun technologies.
Now, how'd you first get into hunting? Like, was it family based or did you learn elsewhere?
Yeah, so my pheasant hunted, we duck hunted a little bit, we slug hunted deer, and there's my wonderful wife looking to not get in the shot, but really not hardcore. It was my grandpa would take me out and we'd go through and do some pheasant hunt, road hunting, but nothing hardcore. I really got started into archery was about 8 years old. My grandpa bought me a bow because I was too little scrawny to throw one of those metal spears at carp.
Yeah.
I love chasing carp, and I just couldn't ever nail them. So he bought me a bow with the Fred Bear one with the bow fishing reel on, and man, I was hooked. And then I started, shooting birds and squirrels and rabbits, everything with my bow, and got some recurves and started building my own arrows. My biology teacher gave me some wood arrows and feather burners, and so I did all of that stuff as a kid. In junior high, was making my own arrows and shooting squirrels out the back window and ducks out the back window of the house, and did that, and it was all right. Moved away to South Dakota, and then I saw an article about making turkey calls. And if anyone knows me or sees me on social media, I'm not too much of a slow paced kind of person. I like to go a little full tilt, right?
Right.
Well, with Thanksgiving, I was married to a family that was very sedentary, very slow. And I'm like, I gotta do some Thanksgiving. So I saw an article about making wing bones. So I'm tearing apart the Thanksgiving bird, and making my first wing bone call back in 19, probably, 89, 90, 91, somewhere there. And I kind of like, hey, this is kind of cool. So then I started making them for landowners that I'd go turkey hunt with. And pretty soon got him into an archery shop. And the guy that owned the archery shop said, hey, you should meet this guy that's a sales rep and maybe start doing some seminars. So I started doing seminars and making turkey calls and turkey calling. And I lived in Wisconsin. And literally, that was before the internet. There was no MySpace, there was no Facebook, no nothing, no internet, no dial up, you know. And so I would do seminars at archery shops and scouts and Lions clubs and Gander Mountain and Shields and Fleet Farm stores before there was internet, and then started doing seminars on thermocell and buckwing decoys and Haydell game calls and all that kind of good stuff. And really doing the grind that in today's world, you don't have that. People say, oh, I got my YouTube channel, I've got 23 followers, and you should send me all sorts of free product, right?
Yeah, I've been in that space before.
Right. Right. And so this is my 35th year in the hunting industry, and it's a real blessing, but I'm also very stickler about you got to put your dues in. It's not like you just can't do stuff. And you also have to maintain as you've seen, that you have to really maintain a level head. At one point when I first started, I was working for Strut Energy Shots. The company bought me a big Ford 650 with two Jaeger machines in it. And I thought I was a cat's meow. Well, I got humbled pretty easily in life. And I, I, I realized that I wasn't, I let the kind of semi fame, I mean, I wasn't famous, but I thought I was, right?
Right, yeah.
And it got the best of me. And so I took a break for 7 years and came back and said, you know what? I want to start my own business. I want to make sure that I do things right for the brand. I'm going to do things with integrity and take care of people along the way. And now I guess it's been 17 years, I suppose, on my own. And,
That's,
yeah, it's been really good. It's been really good,
well,
but it's a lot of work.
I think that's where my headspace is at too, is like, I don't wanna do things other people's ways anymore.
Yeah.
I kinda wanna do my own thing, and, like, I was reaching out for sponsorships, like, all
Yeah.
the time, and I don't wanna do that anymore.
Right.
Especially the shit or sorry, apology.
No worries.
The stuff that I'm not gonna use,
Right.
and I see a lot of people reaching out for sponsorships and stuff, and they're not using half the stuff that they're reaching out for.
Well, yeah, I just called out someone who called me and wanted a pass for the ATA show, and they were using my fletchings, but then I saw that they're not anymore. They're using a competitor's fletching, and they wanted me to get them a pass for the ATA show. I said, "Why don't you go check with that company?" I mean, it's weird, but there's a point that you reach that when you decide to take control of things yourself, like you're finding out. I remember that I worked for a rep group, and I would do seminars for that rep group, but every year they change brands. And I was like, but I like that one. I like
Right.
this one, right? Or I saw that.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to buy the products that I like first, then build the relationship with the brand. And then that's how things started. Now on any of my staff applications that I have out for my different brands, I want people to know, did they buy the product first, right? And what do they think about it? And then what other recommendations do they have for the company or the brand before I even bring them on board? Because I want them to be thinking about that brand partnership instead of just, hey, how can I get something and sell it on eBay?
So, I saw you guys had a new Target out this year. Anything I should know about it?
It's kind of cool that 11 Targets is a company out of Europe. They're kind of known around through World Archery as the target for World Archery, all the World Archery events, as well as the JVD is a big distributor in Europe. Those targets we have at JVD have been used 5 years for their tournaments, right? So what's different about them is that it's a system that has a replaceable core, where you think about cores on targets you see here in the US, they're really the same material. These targets are different material. And those the cores on these are almost like, I say, a combination of ballistics gel and the Wisconsin cheese heads. They
Right.
look yellow, but they go in and it's kind of gel like. And they're so easy to pull out, right? And then the buttress or the black part of it is really what is the framework. So it's a different mentality that you're looking at for targets. Now, if you're a target shooter and shooting spots, you need a bunch of spots that are like this so you can just pound them, right? If you're a beginning archer, you want a bigger replaceable core because you're maybe not shooting them. I mean, maybe you shoot like me, right?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Sarah Lopez or Mike Schlosser like that,
yeah.
right? And so you want a little bit more forgiving, but the black part is really the frame that holds it up. And some are easier to pull and some are more professional that, again, these targets, we have some of the professional archers worldwide, like I mentioned, they're using the same target 5 to 10 years. So these targets are more expensive on the front side, but if you talked about your cost per arrow in that target before it goes to Pete, you're much better off than some of these foam targets that you're blowing through in 6 months to a year.
Are is this foam gonna be made into, like, a 3D style target as well?
We do have 3D targets currently, and actually in the spring, I'm working on a whole new line of targets specifically for the US market. But I want our cores in our 3D targets to be that same type of ballistics gel. And you'll see it if you go to 11targets.com. You'll see there's targets of the yellow spots or there's a big block. And people
Okay.
compare that block right now. I've seen a lot on social media that, oh, well, it's only $200 for that, whatever the other company, US company block, right? But that's a block of layered foam with a
Yeah.
fake foam on the outside of it. This is like solid ballistics gel that literally some of our videos we show Hooters shooting the same spot over 5,000 times and the arrow's not going through.
You
So it's
have
completely different.
I apologize. You have so much going on. How do you handle it? I mean, I feel like I have 3 different things I'm trying to run at the same time, but I don't know how I handle it. How do you do it?
I have a really good team that helps me out. And it's really about all my brands are a passion for me. I mean, I've been lucky enough that I can choose the things I want to. So I really, and involved in the product development of them as well. So everything is so passionate for me that, I mean, yes, there's things I forget about. I forget to call this, or even on this, I'm about 10 minutes late, right? I'm out here with my wife. Oh no, I got to talk to Joe. So, I mean,
I,
things like that happen.
it, 10 minutes is 10 minutes. I try to make it easy so that I can make everything automated now. So at
Yeah.
least I'm sending you an email like 24 hours advance, 10 minutes in advance. I try to do that for everybody so it's there.
I set a timer for an hour and 2 hours, and I was too busy eating lunch.
I understand you're very busy. And like a lot of people that I sent these emails to, they're very busy. And I really don't expect that much, but
Well, you know what? It's fine, Joe, because I think one of the things that because I've been blessed to be able to do this for so long, I have to be grateful for that opportunity, and whatever I can do for other people. I mean, like ballistic crossbows, that's one. I get people that call all the time, and the customer service, a lot of times, they're the first line. And anything that goes over, hey, where do you ship this? Anything that's technical, they send it to me. So I visit with people and take the time to do that because I remember getting frustrated at things or just getting in the industry or whatever, just questions. I'd rather spend time with people and have them go, "Hey, God, that was good, man. I really appreciate it. He helped me understand that instead of going after my brands was, hey, this guy's a jerk, whatever. Or they didn't have time for me, or I haven't heard back from 'em." I mean, this baby is dinging all the time because I want to respond to people within 24 hours or less. It's just being respectful.
talking about the ballista crossbow, I saw they're very compact. Are they manageable enough to shoot a deer with or hog?
Yeah, so that even so there's the ballista bat, that's the smallest one. That's really fantastic for bow fishing, even 40-pound carp with it, right? Or it's kind of a small game kind of thing. Then there's the ballista reverse bat. So that's got more power. That shoots about 280 to 300 feet per second, right? It's not a 50-yard crossbow, but at 30 yards, it'll take deer, hogs, turkey, mountain lion, anything like that. And again, that's a crossbow that sells for under $500, easy to cock, easy to decock, and it's so much fun to shoot. Joe, have you ever shot a crossbow?
I've shot a crossbow, yeah.
So the first time you pull that crossbow, and you're like, "Please don't blow up in my
Yeah,
face,"
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right. This crossbow is like it's like a sniper. It's so quiet to shoot. We shoot prairie dogs out at the ranch with it, out to 40 yards. And it's just, Daryl from Velvet Antlers has killed several bucks over 160 inches with it, passed through 27 yards. So that's one. Then we have the bigger full size crossbow, the Megat Bat reverse. And, he killed his antelope at 110 yards with that this year. Right.
Wow.
And then the new one that came out now is the Hawkwing. So that is smaller. It's the size of the reverse bat, but you don't need a bow press to take the string off or change the weight on it. Fully adjustable, but it's got some smoke to it, man. It's shooting 400 feet per second with a 166 micro diameter, 13-inch bolt, three vanes on, and it's got the power to take down any big game with. I mean, moose, anything at 45 to 50 yards all day long. And I say that 45 to 50 yards because no one really can shoot a crossbow freehand at any further than that. You better have it on a tripod locked in because it's such a short span. It's too easy to be out of whack. So you either need it locked in or adjust your yardage.
I used to be a big bow hunter, but I have epilepsy. And back a couple of years ago, I want to say back probably like 10 years ago, I had a vagus nerve stimulator. It's like a device for my brain put in
Yeah.
on my chest. And it's now, I shouldn't say difficult to pull back a bow,
You're right.
but it's a little bit more challenging to pull back a bow.
Right.
And I have to have everything set just
Perfect.
right. But yeah, I've been using a crossbow a little bit more now.
Yeah. You might want to check out that ballista because literally, if you can pull back a slingshot, you can pull back and cock that reverse bat.
It looks very easy to pull back. I've been watching the videos on it.
It's so addicting.
It does. It gets very addicting to watch everything.
It's because we have some people from South America that do some video. I do some video with it. We've got some other influencers around that do some things. But anytime people have questions or whatever, Casey or other people, I mean, I'm shooting it every day, different things, and really putting some challenges to it. We've got some new ones coming out that are going to flip people's head around, but we've got some things to still work on those. I want to make them easier. I want to make them more efficient. Um, so that's one of the things. One of the biggest challenges I see is that bow hunters like ourselves aren't used to maintenance with the crossbow, that you
Mm.
need to not only wax the strings, but you really need to lube the rail a lot. And if you're not, I mean, I lube the rail about every 25 to 30 shots, and I get so much better accuracy, more speed, and consistency out of it, and much longer string life because you're not burning through it. And that's a mental flip for a lot of people. They're not used to that, and so it's just an education piece.
So now that you're so busy with everything, do you get a chance to get out into the woods as much as you would like?
I'd love to be out all the time. I'm fortunate I have a hunting ranch in the Black Hills. I spent 10 days there this fall. We killed a nice big velvet mule deer and an antelope, um, and I got out a couple times here, but with starting so many new companies and a lot of technology stuff, I haven't had as much time to get out. Um, Next year things will definitely change. Yeah, again, so it's all right because it's worth it. Sometimes you got to really put the pedal to the metal, and that's what it's been this year for me.
Well, you got I'm learning now that you gotta stay on top of certain things because, like, my job with AI, things are changing every day. Um, like, with Riverside, I'm noticing things changing a lot too. Um, but it's a lot easier doing editing with Riverside
Mm,
than it is maybe 20 years ago with
no,
Adobe.
Toby,
Yeah.
sure. Well, I think about how I used to always edit videos with iMovie, and I thought, oh, that's the cat's meow instead of Adobe, right? Well, now 99% of the videos I'm editing on my phone or with CapCut or something like that. It's ridiculous how simple it is.
And you and I were talking the other day about how TV is going away and stuff like that. Well, I
Hmm.
put out a podcast like 2 weeks ago and it was only like 4 minutes long, and that was like blew up. Like it went nuts. I think it's because everybody has short attention spans now.
Exactly, exactly. Squirrel.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's hard because if you're not making content that's really solid under 45 seconds, your views on it go down a lot. And it's not always about the views. I mean, I had someone try to do some fake AI stuff for one of the brands I was doing, and I went, it has to be authentic for one, but also if it's not relatable, even though it may be funny or crazy or weird stuff that gets some views, it doesn't translate to sales.
No.
And that's what I realized is that influencers out there, if they're out there doing goofy stuff, or if they got some girlfriend with you know, a little tight t-shirt on or something like that, it gets the views, but it doesn't translate to sales. And I just want to be, being a former teacher, I want to teach people about things that I think are cool because I chose those brands to work with, right?
Right.
And so it's not about trying to sell it. It's really, hey, I think this could be a helpful tool for you, right? And save you money or make life easier. And that's what I try to do instead of saying, "Hey, this is the best seller thing you ever saw. You're going to kill yourself a 30-pound buck with it," right? Some folks like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. You're right. Well, cool. Well, so so now you're back. Why did you choose to try to come back into it?
I chose to come back into it because I fell out of love with hunting
Hmm.
is my biggest thing, and when I started Loyal Lab Designs, I wanted to find a niche that I was good at,
Hmm.
and I've always been good at hunting, and I build a lot of hunting websites. So why not come back in and try to push it that way, then try going a different niche way that I know nothing about?
Right.
And at least I can contact people like yourself or the bow guy down the road and say, "Hey, do you wanna have a conversation?"
Yeah. Yeah. I tell people I've never been to a guide and outfitter. I don't kill big things and I'm not a very good shot, but come on, hang out with me and we'll have a great time. And
Right,
I think that setting that up, it makes it easier. Joel Maxfield, good friend of mine, but he shakes his head at me because he's like, "You're selling the stuff all the time. You're not out killing stuff." And I'm like, "Joel, I sell stuff. You kill stuff, but you don't sell stuff anymore. And that's, I mean, I love just doing that stuff, you know?
I used to love selling, as you know,
Yeah.
but I don't like doing that anymore.
Hmm. Right.
I enjoy designing now.
Hmm.
Um, I'm sure I'd love hunting again. It's just getting out there.
Right.
I feel like I'm getting old. My bones are starting to hurt. My
Right.
I mean, I'm only 38, but it's
Oh boy, you're a baby still.
I
I'm
feel
50.
it.
Yeah.
Uh, um,
Yeah.
it's
No, I think you have to find what's authentic to you. And this, this to me is authentic is one, I love designing things and trying to solve things to make it faster, lighter, cheaper, more efficient outside the box. Um, and that's what drives me.
and for me, I don't mind talking to people, so that's why I decided to go down the podcast road.
Hmm.
I never was a big film guy.
Yeah.
I can do it with my camera because I mean, I have a TikTok and Instagram for my dog, so that's something, but I have never been, like, one to be in front of the camera.
We're whispering to the camera. Hey,
Yeah,
Joe,
yeah, yeah.
there's a big 20 point right here, right? We got to be real quiet. I've been trying to work real hard to set up on this thing for 27 days. Right. It's just,
Right, never been something like that. It's just never been. You
no.
go out in the morning. I learned this year that because I did go out one day, opening day, and I learned that I really like the moments before the sun rises
Right.
and the whole world, like, coming alive.
Right. Yeah. It's so as fast as I go all the time, when I was guiding out of my ranch, I don't guide anymore now. I just have friends in the industry come out and hunt with me out there. But we're about an hour north of Sturgis, so way western South Dakota, 8 miles from Montana border. So I would go out and drop the hunters off at Dark 100 and go up on the ridge, sit there with my cup of coffee in my chair and my spotting scope, and just have the sun come up. And there's no internet there, no cell phone, and all I would hear is the wind and the meadowlarks, and just visually, it was so beautiful to see that sun come up out of the west, the purples and the oranges. Man, that I just got hooked on that, something fierce, more so than killing and running and chasing things. I'm just not. I don't hate animals enough to just go nuts. I'd
Yeah,
rather have the experience with friends and out there
yeah.
doing that stuff.
That's why I kinda base this about, like, sitting around a campfire, just telling old stories.
Right. Yeah. This year we were chasing some big mule deer out there, and one of my friends shot about 180-inch velvet mule deer, and we watched those deer for 4 days and just sat on the same hillside and really pattered them out and had coffee together, had snacks together, watched the sun come up, and watched the sun. And man, it was so fun to get to know Matt. I mean, he prayed for me out there at different times. And just to share those experiences that I wouldn't have had if I would have been in a hurry.
Right.
And now he's been out there. He killed a whitetail with me 2 years ago, and he killed this mule deer with me this year, this big one. And I'm sure he'll be back because it was the time we spent together, not about the trophy on the wall. Yeah.
Those memories stay with you.
Yeah, it was very incredible. I watched him shoot this animal about 3 miles away. I zipped around and got the Jeep and tried to pick him up and tried to find out where he was. He couldn't believe that I watched it happen. And we got there and he's just hugging crazy and crying. It was so cool. I mean, the year before, he shot a whitetail at 30 yards spot and stock, and we were right next to one another when it happened. And to share those experiences, man, Matt, just we bonded. And I mean, to me, that's what the hunting really shouldn't be about. Hunting industry, it should just be about hunting,
Huh, yeah.
culture. Yeah. So crazy stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm down here in Florida now, and then on the fourth, I head back to Indianapolis for a week. So to the ATA show, which to me is like a family reunion. I love it. It's just such a blast to be there. Yeah, 35 years now.
Are you
It's
going
what
Are you going to Harrisburg this year?
I don't do Pittsburgh. I do the ATA show and SHOT Show, and then I do some other shows down in Fort Worth and Orlando. But I don't run around to the consumer shows. They're not worth the time and energy anymore. Yeah. Yeah, although Harrisburg, I mean, if you want to sell stuff, it's like the garage sale of the hunting industry for sure. I mean, you're going to go there. It's crazy, but it's not. None of the other shows have nearly the opportunity for sales. When they started doing, $10 beers and $5 waters and $20 to get in, and $10 for parking, most families can't afford it. By the time they get there, they're spending $150 and there's nothing left to buy products.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of.
I heard they were letting people into ATA this year.
They are. It's actually there's the dealer shows first couple days, and then they've opened it up to the public the last couple days. And there's a big archery shoot there that's opened, so it'll be kind of fun to see that and kind of have a little bit of celebration for the archery industry because Shot Show is closed too. So that's I know a lot of people would love to be at Shot Show, and that's a fun show to be at as well.
Well, my cousin just opened up a new long distance AK business, I guess you'd
Okay.
call it. It's called Spirit of Clash. It's out of Pennsylvania,
Okay.
and he goes out every year now. He says a
Okay.
blast.
We need to get him some modern Spartan gun cleaner and lubricant.
All right, I'll let him know.
All right, have him reach out to me. So yeah. So what else is on your mind, Joel?
I don't know. Not much really.
Yeah.
You're very like you were a very interesting person and I thought I would reach out. You have a lot going on though, so
Well, I appreciate it. It's it's a lot of fun. One of the things I've learned, I've had friends that have been head of marketing for the big brands, Muddy, and then they got bought by the big brands or Faraday. And I see those people that were head of marketing or sales, and they're no longer there. They bounced from bing, 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 bing. And it's so strange to realize that I'm still doing the same thing. Jeff Bergman and Providence Marketing, he and I still keep grinding away. And I don't know. I'm really proud of that because starting from nothing, not having family in the industry, not being a good shot, not killing 200-inch deer, right? I'm still doing it.
as long as they eat well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. You bet. There's nothing like a good sharp tail or young white tail or even rattlesnake. We eat a lot of rattlesnake at the ranch.
As long as you're still enjoying what you do is all that matters.
hmm It is. Every day is learning something new. And if you're not open to learning something new, I mean, this year I've learned about specialty resins. I've learned a whole bunch about the different departments in the military, how things go, how some things go the slow route, some things go the fast route. I've learned about different types of gunpowders, developing a new gunpowder. I've learned about specialty coatings, air gun technologies, how things work in air guns. I mean, nothing that I ever went to school for. It's just learning, 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 learning. And yeah, if you're not up for that, don't get involved because you have to be adapting. Although AI, forget it. I don't want to learn anything about AI. I just want to keep it real, authentic, and that's it.
I I think you have to know at least a little about AI just to keep moving forward.
Well, I'm close enough to retirement now, Joe. I can kick it
Yeah.
to the curb, or I hire.
Yeah, there you
Yeah, I have
go.
a full-time person that does my websites and SEO and paid ads. Chase is out of Nashville. He keeps up on things pretty great for me.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Keep him on top of it.
Yeah, right. For sure. For sure. So, well,
Well,
cool.
I thank you for joining me today. It was fun talking to you.
You bet, brother. Stay in touch. And, you come up with another topic or whatever. If I don't know it, I'll probably know someone that does. And we can put you in touch.
All right, thank you. I thank you so much.
All right. Take care, brother. Have a good one.
You too.
Look forward to it. You bet. Bye bye.
Bye bye.